Hey guys, I hope you can somewhat hear me over my machine. I'm going to be cutting and weeding a design for some shirts, which that's almost done, so it'll be quiet soon. Okay, so I think I don't have enough vinyl to make all 6 shirts equally, so I'm going to do kind of a mixed matched thing somehow. So I think I want to pull out these pieces. Yeah, quiet. So this is just easy weed vinyl, or I don't remember. Vinyl from somewhere. Just making sure y'all can see. Okay. It's actually specialty vinyl. Thermoflex. Royal blue. And that one that just got done cutting is Thermoflex Plus Metal Flake Blue. So that's what I'm going to be using. And I have some color of Next Level's kind of grayish shirt. I mean, Next Level is great. I just don't typically use it, so we're gonna see how that goes. Hey, Captain. My dog came. Whoa, excuse you. That was gross. My dog just burped in my ear. Okay, hold on. So the design that they gave me had the letters as the vinyl. Captain, stop. Wait. But I figured since I'm going to be cutting it all out anyways, I might as well make the use of the vinyl instead of just wasting it. So I reversed it, and I am pulling out the letters instead of pulling out all the negative. I think it's going to look better. Okay. Now, the tricky part, what I was thinking of doing is, since I don't have enough to do all one type, was to, there's a little border on the outline. What I wanted to do was put that outline border on the glitter and put the glitter on the outline on this one. But I've never done that, and I don't know how to peel up heat transfer vinyl like that. So I'm going to keep thinking on it while I keep weeding. So the other option is 4 of these shirts can be the same, and 2 of them can be different because number one of the people that this shirt is for the team lead or whatever. So that one can be different. And then the other one is for a male. He's the only male on the team. So his could be different as well. So that actually kind of works out perfectly. 4 females, 1 lead, and 1 male, which would make 6. And as long as the design is all lined up. It'll be fine. I had to completely revamp the design real quick in Illustrator because it was sent to me in a text and it was so small, so pixelated, because number one, it was a screenshot, and then number two, it was texted, so it was shrunk down, and then by the time I like uploaded it to the cloud or messaged it to myself, it was just like all sorts of bad. So that side's very sticky. Come on. There it goes. Okay. Alright, so there it is. This one got messed up. So honestly, that's why I'm thinking like the outer border. I can probably blend that to make it work. So that's 2 that are done. Weeded and finished. Now, this is a Cameo Plus, and you can technically use it without the carrier mat, but my pieces were a little small and I didn't want them to move, so that's where we're at. Okay, I can't see this vinyl very well. Like that other one, you can see the cut lines. This one is harder, so I'm just gonna kind of start from the edge. This one weeds so much better though. See how quick those are popping up? Love it. This is like my favorite tool to use for weeding. For the longest time I used, oh, hold on, the original Silhouette like hook tool. And oh my gosh, it's so much more dull. Like you can see here, the black one is the original, and then that blue one is the fine point one that I purchased on like Amazon. It makes a huge difference. Oh. It's not focusing very well, but you get the idea. Okay. It didn't cut very smoothly, so I'm just going to use an X-Acto knife to smooth it out. You can't even see it. Sometimes that happens. Okay, I'm going to come from this direction and see exactly what the deal is. Okay, right there. See how it's like connected? Just smooth it out. And it's like 1/4 of an inch maybe. And then I'm just gonna cut it off from there. Okay. This is my test cut. Make sure you remove that because you don't want that accidentally getting on your shirt. Having a random triangular square piece on there. Okay. So easy. Now, oops. Where is it? So Sometimes if you fold it up like that, you can kind of see it better. Ah, there it goes. Okay, the S's need to be cleaned. That one. And that one. And then the pound sign or hashtag. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I like to number the holes just to make sure I've got them all removed. I do have the punch tool, but I've never actually used it yet. It's still sitting in the packaging. And the punch tool, supposedly with the Cameo Plus, because there are 2 holders. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, right here. There are 2 holders, so this is my blade, this is my punch tool, and the punch tool will punch all the spots that need to be removed. Which for more intricate designs is amazing. Okay, now the fun part. So with this specialty vinyl, the glitter, like I said, it's hard to see. So I kind of just fold it up like that until I can see the edge of something and then kind of go for it. I know the design because I've done 2 other ones, so I can somewhat figure out what it is. There's always your finger. So oh, I think that's connected. That's a T. There it is. Okay. Okay, still don't know about that outside layer, so I'm just going to leave that. And I am just placing all of the pieces in this lovely little pile. Right over here. It's hard to tell because I can't find my camera. There it is. But you can use this little finger thing, which I saw somebody on somewhere that had one that sat on the desk, so I need to figure out where to find that because I don't really ever use this. I guess I could though. Okay, last one before I figure out what I want to do. I don't think that's supposed to be peeled up. I love and I hate this specialty vinyl glitter all at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna start over here. See, there it is. Peeling up there. I see if that one's there. And there's a letter. There's the third one. Some people find this very therapeutic. I sometimes do, but most of the times my hands just fall asleep. So. Okay. I know that that's supposed to be an E, but I don't want to lose the little half circle in the middle of the E. There it goes. Okay, so that means what was trying to peel up earlier is an L and a C. There you go. Where's that third one at? Sometimes if you can't find it, you bend it the other way. Yeah, there it is. Ta-da! Okay. It's gonna look so good on those colored shirts. Okay. Like I didn't even use that thing on my finger. Alright. Take all my little pieces and toss them in the trash. If you can't get up about your little pieces, just use some tape or cut a piece of the sticky backing carrier sheet and you'll be good to go. Alright, so now that we've got that, I think I'm going to, I think what I'm going to do is peel this layer in between so that way I can have that outer layer there. I'm not even going to try to reuse this because that would just be impossible, I think. But it is like super cool. And I'm going to flip-flop the word essential because the design is supposed to say Jordan Clean Team Essential. So I'm going to put one glitter, one not glitter on each design. So like this one is glitter. And this one is not. So these two are going to go together. And I need to fix that hashtag. Okay. Peel off this one. Which I'm not saving it, so just do it. Okay. So remember how this one I said I could probably save. I'm gonna have to do just a little bit of smoothing because I got it too close to the edge. With the Silhouette Cameo Plus, it has a 15-inch place to put stuff, and the mat is like lined up weird. So in order to make these the same, I am now going to do this. Put that there, and now I'm going to trim in the same place that this one was trimmed off on the machine. And that way it's going to look like it was supposed to be like that. Hopefully. Okay, so there's that kind of put essential, I'll find the middle, and then kind of just put it right there below it. Alright, I think that's a good plan. Okay, so there's 1, 2. I need this one to do the next one. Peel that inside out. So yeah, like I was saying, the original design had this outside border and then had the, oh look, I forgot an L. Whoops. Glad I checked. And then had the letters in blue, but I like it better with this label here, blue. I think it looks so much better. Okay. Let's put this on here, line it up. And then we're just going to trim away. Alright, so there's the light blue with the glitter. If you guys have any questions, even if it's related to screen printing or designing or something, let me know. Okay, same for this one, line it up. Peel off that edge. This is the one I had to use the X-Acto knife on right there, but that's okay. I feel like when I'm doing that, you know how summer sausage has that like outer skin on it. That's what it feels like when I'm peeling that off. You can tell I'm hungry. Okay. Now this is a glitter one, and I'm going to put that on a plain one, and then a regular one on a glitter one. Okay, so that's 4 out of 6, and then those are gonna go on the ladies' tees that are on the team. And gonna do that real quick. This is such a unique color. Okay, 1, 2, 3 mediums and 1 large. So these are the mediums, 1, 2, 3, and 1 large. To find it. Okay, and the 2X and that large will go to the other person. Okay. So here's the large. Let's just see what it looks like. Awesome. Oh yeah, I mean, it's not lined up at all, but I love it. Okay. Let's tack that there. Alright. I found that if I just stick them on each of the shirts, it's less likely to pick up dog hair and lint and extra pieces of vinyl that I've already weeded. Except that one didn't stick very well at all. it also decreases the likelihood of me ripping my design, like I'm trying not to do right now. Let me show you. So when I stack them like this, it's really hard to tell which one is the top. So in the past, I've like grabbed it and just pulled, and I've ripped the wrong, like I should pull the bottom one down and the top one up, but I've ripped like the bottom one up and the top one down, which has torn my like literal design. So that's why I also lay them on the t-shirts. So just a few tips and tricks. That's my dog panting at me again. He's like, hey mom, it's getting dark. Let's go play. He likes to chase the lasers outside. Okay. And last one. And then I'm going to figure out what to do with the other two. See, like there's already a piece right there that shouldn't be there. My test print piece. Okay. So that's the team members. Honestly, I think I'm going to do the male in this solid blue, no glitter, and I'll have enough for that. Okay, now like I was saying with the mat, it's hard to pick up, sorry. The mat lines up like over here. See this line? That's where it lines up. Sorry, I'm reading comments. Okay. Yeah, the emulsion can be a little messy. Let me start cutting this, and then I will go show you my back bathroom, so you can kind of see what I do to help with that. It does take a little while to get used to. If you have a scoop coater, I would highly suggest using it, because that helps the most with getting the emulsion on the screen. And I usually do my screen prep at night when it's dark, so that way I have no accidental exposure to any sunlight. I'm not the most careful person, so let me get this cutting, and then we will go check out the screen printing area and try not to trip over the dogs. All right. When I first started screen printing, I had like my own setup with like a light hanging, and that was really difficult, and it would take like 20 minutes to burn one screen. I finally was making enough money to kind of invest in the Ryonet light box thingamajig, and now I can burn screens in 3 minutes 30 seconds for, or 3 minutes 15 seconds for the 210 mesh, and then 3 minutes 40 seconds for the 110 mesh. So I'm trying to find my heat transfer. Smooth. Alright, so we're going to get that cutting, and we'll go on a little adventure. Okay. Maybe if it's going to go. Oh, it's giving me an error. Hold on. Okay. My dog, by the way. Say hi, Captain. Alright. So, sorry, excuse the mess. Send as is. Okay. Alright. So, hope you can still hear me. In my back bathroom, I have the bug lights from Ryonet, and it's kind of like, I still use the sink over here, and this is the light box, and I have like a board on here with a bag covering it. These are my scoop coaters, and I just have kind of like an old rag thing here for that. So when I'm prepping the screens, I do that all right here, and then I lay them out on these tanks to dry. This one has emulsion remover, and this one has water, just plain water, because after I burn the screen, I dip it in there and let it set for about 5 seconds to kind of get the water in there. And then I need to clean these screens from last week. And then this is the actual like tank. And then my like filtration system is down here. So this bathtub is basically a goner, but we don't use it otherwise. The water pressure back here is not the greatest, and the hot water barely works back here, so that's why we've got this here. And I think of what else. There's that, and I usually tell Alexa to like set it for 3 minutes, 40 seconds. I put the foam piece in the screen. So let me just kind of show you. This is the speedball screen. So I coated the screen, did all that, let it dry. I do it at night so there's not any light showing through. After I get that, I take my coated screen, I go put it on the screen press, and I line it up with the design. So there's tape on the bottom of this sticking up on each side, and then I put the screen on there, lined up on the press, and then the design sticks to the screen and kind of rub it. Let's pretend like it's actually lined up. There we go. And then I bring it back in here, lay it on top, put this down in here. I cut this to like the size that fits. And then I have like these little tab pulls on here. Yes, Herwix is amazing. And I actually do enjoy that size screen. I can get some decent prints. So yeah, I put the tape on this side, put that in there. The trick is pressure. So if you just lay it on there like that, it's not getting what's called positive contact. So there's a little bit of space kind of between the screen, the glass, and the design, even though it's taped. So I put that on there, I toss a book, and depending on kind of where my design is where I put the weights. So if you've seen any of Ryanette's videos, I think he puts like a 30 pound like gallon thing up here of a couple of stuff. I just have these like two 15-pound weights, so that's about 30 pounds. And then I set the timer, let it sit. If I feel like this corner may be a little too off, but there's nothing up there, so it doesn't typically matter. So I just kind of make sure that it's all pressed down for that 3 minutes and whatever seconds. And then when the timer stops, quickly remove stuff. It's easier with 2 hands. And that's why I have these nice pull tabs, because it makes it super quick and easy. Pull that up, flip this over, peel off the design, and then I go stick it in. Oh, I'm stuck. Hold on. Okay, stick it in this tank for a few seconds, get it wet, and then I set it in here and spray it out with my water. And then from there, I wait till it's dry, I come back, and I post harden it. I let it dry overnight, and then the next day I usually print. I typically don't have to redo my screens after like I test print, and then I'm able to print. I typically don't have to like test print and then fix stuff. On my line table, I didn't have those issues. On this new rotary press that I have, it's kind of difficult. So here is my T-bracket for my line press table. I haven't removed them because I haven't totally committed to the rotary press. So there's that. You can use, like, this one needs to be cleaned. Our pressure washer broke, and I'm just kind of like picking at these slowly to get that off. In the dip tank here, I use this Easy Way Supra. And we do have dogs, but they don't get into any of this stuff. We keep the door closed. So, tried once, but I had bleeding. Yes, so the bleeding does have to do with how the pressure, from what I've experienced here. I think I can talk to you guys like this. Haha. So the bleeding, from what I've experienced, is because there's no, trying to figure out how to explain it. When I was doing it the other day, I did a, it was just 2 days ago, I did a live on an Eagle shirt. It was this one right here. So there was bleeding on the hearts, and that's because either the mesh wasn't tight enough. So you see how it's kind of moving right there. So the mesh in your screen isn't tight enough, and that causes the ink to be flooding and kind of going out. Or I've also found it's because of how I'm pressing it. I can't get used to off contact. I just don't know what it is. I've been printing on 2 years on my line table, and that no off contact I've gotten used to. With the rotary press, now there's off contact. So I have to get used to how to use my squeegee so I don't press the ink through my design without it actually touching the shirt first. That makes sense. Like, I wish I could somehow do a little bit better. So we'll go kind of see on the press itself. Okay. Okay, so like here, like if I put that in the screen, since there is some space already because of the bracket, then the screen now automatically has off contact. And I found when I was doing this a couple of days ago, because this is only, I think I've only printed on this like 4 times. So it has to do with how I pressed it. So I'm going to put this here so you can hopefully see. So if I press it like that, I'm making sure my screen touches the press first, and then I'm pressing the ink. If I just press it like that, I'm pushing the ink through and then pushing it down, and so that's how it gets that like bleed through. Unless you're talking, now that I think about it, bleed through as in your emulsion wasn't completely opaque, then that's because it wasn't cured long enough. And I have no idea where my little curing strip is, so I don't know which option that may be, but I think it's probably your squeegee and your screen combination. In order to get my screens tight enough, I do have these little blade things. Hi, Captain. So here's like my box of goodies. So I have this little rotary blade. I have a plastic one too, but that's back in the bathroom. I'm stuck, hold on. Okay. Oh, vinyl, I see what you're saying. Yes, when I did vinyl, the issue was my screen. So you have to make sure that it's kind of pressed in hard like this. And if that is still not working, I kind of have to do 2 edges at a time, pull up the piece, and then re-tighten the whole thing. So when I put the vinyl on, it's not bubbling anywhere, because if it's not tight enough, the vinyl won't. The vinyl will bubble, and then you'll have issues. I think I did a video that said that vinyl printing is not for me or something, and that's what I think the issue was. I'm going to try it again, but I think it's because my screen wasn't super tight. So then when I put the vinyl on, it's just heavier, and so it wasn't working correctly. So I'm going to give it another go at some point, but I would suggest trying the tightener screen. See like how that just pops out? Then you can just go back in and then press that down. There's lots of tips to figure out the correct pressure. I have a barometer But honestly, like, I couldn't quite figure out, there's something to do with the mesh, like, way it goes. For a while I did the penny or the coin trick to see like how much it bounced, and now I can kind of just test and see, like, I know this screen is not going to be tight enough after I get the emulsion on, after I wash it out, after I burn or put on the vinyl and then use it. I know it's going to loosen, so you want it to be a little bit over tight. Yeah, the letters could be jumbled up because of the squeegee pressure or the screen pressure. So I definitely make sure that your screen pressure is good, the tightness, and then make sure that you're squeegeeing correctly. And try it different ways. Like if you're pushing, maybe try pulling, because some designs and some settings that works better. And then your screen mesh too. Like if this is a 110 mesh on your screen, that probably works a little bit better, I think, than the 210 or the higher mesh count for vinyl. So I can't remember what I printed at that one time when I did that video, but I can come show you guys. I know I did, I think I did these, the Shop Small, and see how mine did a little bit of bleeding there. And that's because this was like on the corner of the screen, and so I wasn't getting a great stroke with my squeegee. So, but then some of the other ones, like this one, I did with vinyl, and that one turned out well, and there's more detail in there. This one was placed more in the middle of the screen. I made sure that the screen was nice and tight and that my squeegee strokes were pretty consistent, and I was pulling. And it's silver on black, so, oh man, animals, they always cause problems. You can get super cheap, what's it called, mesh, from eBay. That's where I get my mesh. I hope this cut. Oh, it's gone. Yes, it did. Okay. Yes, you can get super cheap mesh off of eBay. That's what I did. I just repurposed my screens and I recorded it all. I've been meaning to put it up so you guys can see how that works. And here. I just figured out I can turn it around instead of you guys just watching my hands. So you can get super cheap mesh off of eBay. I think it's like a couple yards for a couple, like $12 or something. And then I repurpose all of my screens. Actually, hold on, I still have all of them laying on the table. Let me show you. Okay. Okay, so when I repurposed my screens, these were my old ones. I had 210 mesh in all of them, but like, look how dirty they are. Like that one still has ink in it from last Halloween. This one still has emulsion in it from like the spring. That was like a small screen, and they just get, like, I can't clean them out. I've gotten better at cleaning them. This one actually has a hole in it. And I screen printed with that hole for the longest time. I just made sure any design that I used didn't hit that hole. So like if you absolutely need to use the screen with a hole, it's doable. You just kind of have to play around. And then like this one is super dirty. This is actually a 110s white. And then this one was a design that I did back in the beginning of COVID, like March, April. This one still has ink from like one of the first designs I did on it. And then this was like a test print for another black. It's so hard to get out, y'all. And then here's like, this still has a little bit of ink residual left from Halloween design. And still has emulsion on it. So I just ended up pulling them all off and then recutting screens that would fit and repurposing them all. So all of the screens that you see on my current ones are new. And they're like a month old, a month new, a month old, whatever you want to call it. So that's how to do that. I think Herwix has vinyl. So if you didn't want to go the eBay option, you may want to check with Herwix and see how much theirs costs compared to ordering it online. I know Amazon probably has it as well. Just look for the mesh count to go kind of off of what you're looking for, and then go from there. I did try with vinyl screen printing this stuff because I didn't want to like purchase the expensive things. I'm gonna set you guys down here. You're almost too low. Hold on. Okay, here we go. All right, so I ordered this like Duck Easy Liner. It's like shelf liner, and it's really difficult to use. It's like way stickier than the stuff. I don't know if you guys know Pigskins and Pigtails, but she does vinyl screen printing, and she's got the regular stuff. So this is like super sticky, but it's like you use it, peel it up first and get it untacky. So just like lay it on your shirt or a towel or something and get it a little bit untacky first, and then peel up your vinyl design and put it on. But this was a lot cheaper than the other stuff. And if you can get it untacky a little bit, then that works a lot better. And then you can go from there. And I have 2 yards. Yes, that works. Yeah, that should be enough. I think I ordered 3 yards and I did 8 screens. And my homemade screens are bigger than my Speedball ones. They are 13 by 9. So yeah, gotta kind of just try a little bit of everything until you kind of get it. And then I just put the vinyl up. Sorry. It's been a busy year at school, teaching remote and in person. So my craft room has been a blown up disaster. I use I think it's just a plain Oracle 651. Yeah. There we go. So that's what I've been using for mine. I haven't been successful with the t-shirts, but my sister has an order in and I'm going to be working on that this weekend. So maybe I'll do it with vinyl and we can troubleshoot together. Do a vinyl print t-shirt. So, all right. My goal was to hit an hour. So I've got 8 minutes left. So if you guys have any other, yeah, she's amazing. I love her. And she's got a really cool screen printing class that she's opened up, or subscription thing, so pretty neat. And let's see, this, I'm super excited to try to think of a use for this. I got this at Herwix. If you guys don't know, if you're not in San Antonio or in that area, Herwix is like the art store that's downtown. They've been in business for, I don't know, forever. But it was originally, I guess, like actual art supplies, like graphite pencils and oil inks and all that stuff. And then now there's a lot of these types of crafts, and they've gotten a lot of really cool like screen printing. It's like, look at this. Super excited about that. I have no idea what to do with this, but I can't remember the name of it, but it was new, so I grabbed it. I think I'm going to try it out like on a mask, because I grabbed, where are they? I grabbed some neoprene masks from Herwix. So I'm going to see if that works on that. And then the super cool like Christmas one. Yeah, that, oh, I didn't even think about using a canvas frame. Smart. I like it. I did have my husband help me build screens, and we purchased the pre-routed ones from Dick Blick. They've got the little grooves in them. I just made sure that the grooves match the size of my screen cord, and the screen cord I get from Home Depot, and I just made sure that, I think it's 3/8, but don't quote me on that. So yeah, that 3/8 matches the 3/8 screen setting cord that you would use just like on a screen door, and then you would set it with that. And then I have a kit list, so if you guys are looking at like making your own screens or whatever, I have all the supplies there, because you do need, if you're going to go with the Dick Blick option, you do need the little L bracket frames that fit in the corners to keep it together. And then you need like the T bracket if you're using the line table. So yeah, filling their card is awesome. I think I've done it, I'm 1.5 times or something. And I always forget like to bring it, so gotta work on that. So I'm sure I could have filled it more than that. Like this last time I went, I realized after I left, I was like, oh man, I forgot. And they only let you do it once. Like if you're there and you do 2 separate purchases, that doesn't count. Because I've done that. And they're like, no, you can only use it. You're here one time today. I was like, ah, okay. So yeah, that's some of my screen printing stuff. Trying to think if there's anything else. Here's the transparencies that I use over here. And then I'm going to go turn on my heat press, and I'm going to heat press those after I eat. So my screens, or my, what's it called? What am I saying? Here we go. If you guys are looking at doing emulsion type stuff, this is the transparencies, there we go, that I use, and I get it from Kimberly USA. So if you're looking at the emulsion side of it, that's Kimberly USA. And then if you are looking at doing the vinyl side of it, then I would definitely suggest using that Oracle 651, and you can get it fairly cheap on Amazon. So I didn't know they gave you a new one. What? See, I'm so glad you're here. I did not know that. I'll just have to do that next time. So, and let's see, since I'm sitting in front of my computer now, here is kind of what I was doing in Silhouette. So I don't know if you guys are Silhouette or Cricut users, but this is the Silhouette. I think I have, I don't even know what version, business. I have the business edition. So I went from designer, and then I upgraded to the business because I got tired of not being able to open certain file types, and I'm running it on a PC. So when I was cutting the heat transfer smooth, here's my settings for that, which I would use the same. Actually, I don't even know. No, I would not use the same. Like if you're cutting out that Oracle 651 for your vinyl screen printing, then I would use the vinyl glossy setting here, and that will adjust it automatically. If you've got one of the older Silhouettes, then you'll kind of have to match the settings, which, as if you notice, I'm not even using that auto blade yet. I tried it and I haven't been able to really sit down and learn it. For this, I want to make sure it works, so I use my old one that I'm comfortable with, and I still have my like Cameo one up there on the shelf, so it's still there and it still works. This one has Bluetooth, so it's like super awesome that it's connected through the Bluetooth right here. So yeah, I got Silhouette back in 2013, and I went that route because you can do your own designs, and so that's why I went the Silhouette route. And then I found out that Cricut now does kind of their own thing where you can do your designs. You don't have to buy I think it was the cartridges for the longest time, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to be limited to just the cartridges. I want to be able to do my own designs, which I have Adobe Creative Cloud, so I have all of my designs in Adobe that I transfer into Silhouette. And then I have all of my Silhouette, I save them like in my library, which the library backs up to the cloud. But I mean, now that Silhouette and Cricut kind of are on the same pathway, I guess, They're a little bit more aligned. Like all the DXF cutting files still work in any of them. So, yeah, I mean, I have my old one if you wanted to try it. They all kind of run on the same thing. Or Facebook Marketplace, that's a great place to start if you want to just buy like a super cheap one. So this is my design before I brought it into Silhouette, because the image that they gave me, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right here. So let me see. Here's the original image. If I blow it up, like look how horrible. It's super like pixelated and grainy and gross. So I brought it in. I did an image trace. I tried to do, oops, sorry, just flipped it around. I tried to do the Silhouette. So in Silhouette, we've got this really cool, right here, the trace panel, which is similar to what Adobe has. So when I traced it, it just got nasty pixelated, and you can see that here it kind of just did that. So I was like, okay, that's not gonna work. It's taking me forever just to smooth one letter. Cancel that. Brought it into here. If you come up to the top here, it says image trace, and then it kind of like guesses what you want, and then you make sure you have your image trace panel going. You can ignore the white. For this purpose, I'll leave it on so you can see what it looks like. And you image trace it. You can show it with the results to see like where it's tracing, and then you kind of just adjust. Let's see. Hold on. I'm used to having a space bar in another hand. Here we go. So we do tracing result here, and then you kind of just adjust from there. So you can adjust the threshold, which is how much of that black design that you want. Sure, I can sell it if you want to give it a shot. It still works really well, just USB connected. And then I've got most of the materials and stuff that you need, like the cutting pieces and everything. My lid is off, so I'll have to put the lid back on. And it's very loud compared to the new one, but worth a shot. So then we come in here and you can play with the noise, and that kind of smooths out the edges, and then the corners allows it to be a little bit more rigid or bumpy compared to not so much. And then once you're good, then you click up here and you click expand, and that's going to basically remove everything you don't want. So if I want it to ignore the whites, it's going to expand it, and then it's going to turn it into a vector. There's a lot of designers who hate that option because it doesn't always do a very good job, and it's not always clean and clear. But for this purpose, it was quick and easy enough for me. I did go in and I did, how do I zoom without zooming? I'm just use my keyboard because I don't honestly know how to zoom without using my keyboard. Okay, so if you double click in, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Illustrator, double click and then it only selects that one item. Should just do an Illustrator tutorial. And then you can go in with the pen tool and smooth it. So that's what I did for these little stars. They were just a hot, bumpy mess. If you hit Shift S, it brings up this smooth pencil, and then you can kind of smooth the lines and it'll do it for you a little bit there. So a lot of my time is just spent smoothing until you kind of get it the way you want it. So there's that. But alright guys, I am hungry and I'm going to finish these shirts, and it was a lot of fun having you guys on here. I'm so glad that Lily, you were able to get a little bit of information. If you want to give my Silhouette a shot, just let me know and we can get that set up. And if you guys want to see anything else in regards to anything specific, file creation, Adobe stuff, hopefully I can try that vinyl printing this weekend and we can give that a shot and troubleshoot a little bit more about that. So yeah, hope you guys have a great Friday tomorrow. It's gonna be Friday. Woohoo! And I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks. Yeah, the free download is more limited. Swing Designs, let me pull that up real quick. Swing Designs has the upgraded software. You can usually get it, I think they usually do like $50 an upgrade, which is a decent amount off. Swing, and I think that's run by like Silhouette School. Can't remember her name. So let me show you. Swing Design, and then if you go in here, they've got like it for everything, but they've got, where is it? Software. Here we go. So Silhouette software, you can get different codes, so they give you sales on it. So you can get the Designer Edition upgrade for $30, which would be a business write-off if you are running like a business expense. And then, so I've slowly increased it. You can get the, and once you've got that, then you can upgrade for just $20, I think. Yeah, so $18 right here. Or you can jump straight into it and get like the $62 one. So they do have options to upgrade that aren't horribly bad. And I've easily made my money back because I sell my designs on design bundles. So if you can find a place where you feel like you're comfortable enough to sell your designs, then you're able to do that. The contour cut. I'm not sure what that is. Contour cut. I've probably done it, but I probably didn't know that that's what that was called. So I'll have to maybe do some research and see what exactly that is. And if I don't know how to do it in Silhouette, then I usually throw it into Adobe and then bring it back in, because I can do it quicker and easier in Adobe. Sometimes I'll even like throw it on my Procreate and iPad and do that too. Contour. I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to click around and figure it out. Let's see. And mine look a little bit different because of the addition. The contour may also be only available in one of the other, like it may not be available in the free one. Like, these are always super helpful, just playing with the modify, and that's how I get a lot of different effects. And then I know in the newer, in my version, the layer one is super helpful, because you can adjust and you can lock and you can reorganize layers and stuff like that. Contour, I'll have to write that down and figure that out. Like print and cut. Oh, yeah. Just kidding. Yeah, so in order to do that, you have to have the print set up on, and in this version, in this update, it's like on this little extra page. So let's zoom out. So when the print and cut, they need these little registration marks. I always make the inset go out to the furthest edge possible, and then I make the thickness as thick as possible. So like here's super thin, there's super thick, and then I make the length longer. I know it takes off a little bit here and on all of these, but my machine always has trouble registering it. I don't know why. I do have the mat that it's run on like the digital app that's on your phone, and you can take a picture of it and then send it and then kind of fix it that way. But when I put this in like on an 8.5 by 11, it just has trouble registering that dot and then registering the rest. You can manually register it, it's just a little bit more difficult. And then where did my mouse go? There it is. So you also want, oh, I don't know, I forgot about the barcode thing. I haven't used that yet. And you can invert it too, so maybe it's better if I register down here. Maybe worth a shot. So you also want to show the cut border and the print border. So if you can see where the print border is, because I have a big sheet, so let's change it to a letter size. Come on. There it goes. So now the cut border and the print border are going to be kind of a little bit more accurate. So you don't want anything to be past that print border or these dots or that cut border. So that's how you kind of do print and cut on the silhouette. So but, alrighty guys, well thanks for hanging out, and I will hopefully see you again soon. And I hope you enjoyed getting a little bit of information, and hopefully it was helpful. So I can't figure out how to turn you guys around now. There it goes. Okay. Yeah. So we'll hang out again soon, and keep being creative. And I'm so grateful that all of you guys are here and are able to tune in and watch my kind of rambling, messy lives as I'm figuring this YouTube thing out. So have a great afternoon, and I'll